Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us on our All About Rugs session. If you don't know me, my name is Anna. I'm from BeyondBright, and I am here with Russell, who is, in his own words, a rug addict and a rug dealer.
That's what I am, the last 30 years.
And we are at the largest rug importer in Australia. These guys have how many designs?
We have, in our showroom at the moment, we've got over 1,200 rugs, and we've probably got very, very close to 400,000 rugs in stock in designs, colors, and all different sizes and shapes at the moment.
Excellent. So the reason why we wanted to do a live to you guys is we've been selling rugs for a long, long time, and we constantly get questions and people wanted to feel, to have a look in detail, to look at the rugs up close and to get questions answered. So why not come here and be live with the rug expert and have a look at all the rugs. So today we're going to look at two ranges. These are by far our most popular ranges for a long time. They are the Evolve range, which is a transitional design rug, and also the Sisal range. So that's what we're going to look at today. We will look at the detail. We'll get all of your questions answered. We also have a discount code and a special offer running for today's live, which I'll talk about in a minute. So glad you can join us. So if you can hear and see us, can you give us a bit of a wave or a thumbs up so that we know that you're here? I have my iPad with me where I can check on things. And while we're waiting for that to appear, Russell, why don't you tell us about yourself?
So I've been in the rug industry since 1989. Get closer to the mic.
Yeah.
Closer to Anna. And I was very fortunate when I started off in my career in selling rugs that I got involved almost a few months before the very first machine-made rugs came off the looms in Belgium. And prior to that, a lot of rugs, or all the rugs then, were handmade, hand-knotted, hand-loomed in India, Turkey, and in the Middle East. But the Belgians, who also were very, very big master weavers in handmade rugs, they came along and designed the first machines that made machine-made rugs, which obviously have a lot of pros when you're making a rug by machine, because number one, it is very strong, very hard wearing. You can make it out of polypropylene, which is a man-made fiber, and it's set in heat, which we'll go into a little bit later, but also makes it very, very economical because of the quantities that they can make. Whereas a handmade rug, one rug can take up to 45 to 75 days to make. A machine-made rug, you can make 3,000 rugs in a matter of days, as long as you use the colors that are on the yarn, almost like a photocopier. You tell it what to print, and it's got those colors. It will make those rugs out of a machine. So I was very lucky to get involved. The very, very first machine-made rug was a rug called Samira, and it's evolved today into a range called Evolve, which is probably one of the finest machine-made rugs that there is today.
Lovely. So you guys, would you say you're the largest importer in Australia?
Yes, I think we are actually the largest importer in the Southern Hemisphere. We just pride ourselves on having a beautiful range, a wide variety of rugs in different sizes and colors. Important is sizes. We've got rugs that are standard, which are 160 by 230, and they go right up to 4 meter by 3 meter in most of our ranges, with runners, and circular 120, 150, 2 meter, and 240 round rugs. So we've got a good variety in every design and in every color. So we do offer a lot. I think it's the biggest offering of rugs in the Southern Hemisphere.
Fantastic. Well, as far as suppliers go, we definitely come to you guys time and time again. And when our customers ask for something, the range is definitely here. So before we begin looking at our Evolve collection, I just wanted to mention that all of the rugs that we see here today are available on our website, www.beyondbright.com.au. You can jump on there, and the very last tab, it will have Facebook Live events. You can click into that, and there'll be 2 dates, one for yesterday and one for today. So the video will be put up there after the live is finished, but you can see all of the products in there. You can browse through them and have a look at them in detail on the website. For the live, we're actually offering a discount code. This code is Sisal, and it gives you 11% orders. I'll grab that as well. For the live, we are going to be giving away or giving a free mouse pad in the Evoke design.
Yes, we've got a few other designs, so you might not get this exact one, but you will get a beautiful mouse pad.
A beautiful mouse pad for free to every single order that goes through the live. Now, we know that you need to measure your space, have a look at your couch, lounge room, and whatever it is. This offer is valid for the next week after every live, so you don't have to purchase today or now. You can come back to it. If you have any questions, post them here in the live chat, and we'll go through them. I'll be monitoring those. So let's begin looking at our first collection, which is the Evolve collection. Tell us.
Well, I'm going to show you. I know we wanted to start there, but there's a beautiful design here. So Evolve is known as a transitional design. What does that mean? Well, a lot of the designs 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, hundreds of years ago, were very, very traditional. Some were Moroccan, some were Persian, some were Aztec, all over patterns. What's happened in the last couple of years is that people want something that looks like it's been aged, a rug that looks like it's an older classical design, but they want to add modern colors into the design. So when you look at the Evolve range, you will see some beautiful grays, creams. We'll go into a few of them. Some beautiful designs that have been expanded, almost like that iPad made bigger, taken a design which was probably a very small design in a Middle Eastern traditional rug, and they've expanded, the designers have expanded on the design to bring out navies and creams and a little bit of grey with what's called in a brush, where they mix the yarns together and giving you a modern take on an old classic leaf design. You can see over here the same design, different colors, just drop the navy blue, increase the greys and the silver, and you get a totally different look with this Evolve Design 264. We carry on, and you can see a sky blue version of the same rug. Now all of a sudden you might pick out different designs within the same design, because the color, when you go for a sky blue, it actually enhances the cream in the rug. So now all of a sudden the cream or the beige or whatever you want to call it, off white ivory, is starting to look like the main pattern of the rug.
And why is transitional popular today?
It's popular today because, number one, it gives stone-washed rugs from Turkey and the Middle East are coming back into fashion. But those are old designs that have been shaved down, over-dyed, and they pick up one or two tonal colors. Those rugs are very hard to get, very sought after, and therefore make it more pricey than your machine-made rug. Whereas the designers and the factories have taken that idea and they've actually let the machine recreate an old world or antique style look in a modern rug with modern colors. So that's why I think it's, when you have ultra modern furniture, people are steering away from block colors, circles, stripes. Not that they're not popular, they are popular in certain applications, but this has got a more, sometimes when you look at a rug, we put it down on the floor for the first time, it looks like it's been on the floor for 20 years. Not that it's heavily worn or soiled, it just looks like a antique handmade collector's item rug. And,
Yeah.
and you know the price. You can see when you look online at the prices, you actually have to say to yourself, wow, I can't believe that the price is so good for that kind of looking rug.
Yeah. So the traditional rugs were super expensive. They were unaffordable for people.
Correct.
And
And also limited.
limited.
For example, if you like this particular rug and you want it in the lounge and you want to match up a runner with it,
Yeah.
or you want to match it up in a dining room or a bedroom and you want the same color or a similar design, if you're looking at a handmade or hand-knotted rug, you're not going to find two that are identical.
Yeah.
Whereas here you can mix and match. In the old style, you could put one in the lounge, one in the dining room. Even though the pattern might be totally different, if it's got the same color bank, you can mix and match, and you can buy 5 rugs for the price of one Persian rug.
Yeah. And it's good that, I mean, we don't want to be a disposable society, but if you've got kids or pets and
Correct.
you know, life happens, you don't want to have a $10,000 or
Correct.
$2,000 rug on your floor that'll just get destroyed.
Correct. The house is a home. It must be lived in. When these rugs have had their day, either they've had their day because you want to change the look, and it's not an expensive exercise to change your look. But the other thing is you cut it up and you put it in the yellow plastic bin because it is polypropylene, so it can be put into a recycle bin. It doesn't need to be or landfill. It has got nothing in it that prevents it from doing that. Although it's not a fully recyclable rug, there is nothing in it. It's cotton, jute, and polypropylene.
Right. I didn't know that, actually. Interesting. So tell us more about construction, polypropylene.
Okay.
Why is it so good?
Okay, so number one,
Apart from recycling.
when a rug is made by hand, obviously it is the operator, the skill of the operator, which is a very sought after skill, and the way they knot and tie the rugs to keep it strong and sturdy. Whereas with a machine, every rug is going to be constant. So the yarns, you can see on a machine-made rug, that the backing, you know, there are a few clues. You can see the backing is not, it's very tightly woven. I don't know if you're zooming up, but it's very tightly woven. The machine doesn't miss out on anything. You've got your overlocking. That's one of the giveaways of a machine-made rug, is that you can see the overlocking. We pride ourselves that we have the rug overlocked all the way around. That gives it stability, so it stops it going out of shape. And also the yarns, it's non-shedding. You know, polypropylene doesn't attract mold. It doesn't attract mildew. It's a very strong yarn that can take a lot of heavy wear and tear in it, and it's set in heat, so you can see a little bit. Some of them look a little bit shiny, but they're not shiny rugs. But that yarn, it's almost impossible to pull that yarn out. Even if I get my hand on one and I try to pull it out, it doesn't shed. It doesn't come out. So therefore, whatever you buy in, the only thing that's going to, that's going to go, that's going to happen is like anything else. The rug's going to get dirty and soiled and very easy to clean. Lukewarm water, soda water is great for taking out certain stains. You get a lot of carpet protectors that you can pre-spray the rug before that will protect the yarn if wine or any oil-based liquids spill on it. So it's a very hard-wearing rug. And I often say to people, you know, not everybody, but a lot of people spend on 1 or 2 Saturday nights to go out for dinner, the same as they'll buy a 160 by 230 rug that will last them 5 years. And if you change it after 5 years, 10 years, 2 years, you're changing it because there's nothing wrong with the rug. It might be a little bit soiled, but you're actually changing it because you want to upgrade your place and make it look a little bit different.
Yeah. Perfect. So talking about sizes, what sizes?
So if we the size that's on the rail here is a size 160 by 230, which is 1.6 meters by 2.3 meters.
Yep.
Now when we stand next to it, people go, "Oh, that's a really big rug." But if I get you to zoom along onto the floor here, that's the size of that rug. Now, in 10, 15, 20 years ago, people liked to put a rug on the floor. Their lounge suite, the 3-piece lounge suite, was usually 2 meters 20 to 2 meters 30.
Yep.
And and a 2-seater lounge suite was usually 160. And people used to put the rug in the middle, the lounge suite around the sides or around the 2 ends, and maybe an occasional chair and a coffee table on top. Today, this has been superseded by what we call a 2 meter by 3 meter, or 190 by 280, or 190 by 290, which is slightly bigger. And some of the furniture, you can see that's the next rug that Manny's standing on, some of the furniture can actually stay on the rug. But then you can go 2 sizes bigger. You can get a 230 by 320 and a 230 by 330, or a 3 by 4. And you can actually put part or most of the furniture on the rug, which actually makes the same area look bigger. So the larger the rug in the same area with furniture on it makes as if your lounge looks bigger than it actually is. It defines the space.
Lovely. Just got to check that we're still live.
I'm live on here.
You are?
I'm getting
Okay, perfect.
Okay, we're live.
Because
I'm alive.
thumbs up.
thumbs up if you guys can hear us and see us, because I
Everybody give us a thumbs up.
just dropped my feed. Okay, so
So do you want to go back to the evolved design?
yes, we'll have a look through all of the designs.
So we'll go to a beautiful classical pattern. Whoop. And you can see that when you put the rug down, you will see more of the design. And also one of the good things about a machine-made rug is that from the one side the rug will be a little bit lighter than the other. So sometimes when you get the rug, you walk in, because the rug's made at a 45-degree angle and the yarn's going in straight. That means when you flip the rug down, on the one side you see more of the yarn, and the other side you see more of the point.
Right.
And the more of the yarn will be a lighter rug, and the point will be slightly darker. So when you get a rug, sometimes when you see the pictures on the website, the pictures don't look as bright as the rug, or as light as the rug, or as dark as the rug. All you have to do is when you put it down, depending on how the light enters the room, from which angle, you can turn the rug around and get many uses of that rug, bringing out its lighter or its darker side.
Right. And do you recommend flipping it for wear and tear as well?
Well, when you say flipping it, you mean turning it around?
Turning
yes,
it,
so if you've got it, that's a good idea. If this is a rug that maybe this part is getting a lot of walk-in past the television, and the other side is where people are sitting, every couple of months, turn the rug around, and that goes the same as our mattresses. It goes the same as a lot of objects in the house, that you can do that the wear and tear is spread over all areas.
Lovely. And how long should a rug last?
Well, I always say, I've got a beautiful saying that says, this rug will last forever if you don't walk on it. But if we're going to walk on it, it's exactly like that pair of shoes. If you buy a pair of running or walking shoes for everyday use, they will last longer than if you buy just a normal pair of inexpensive footwear that you can buy, that you want to last just to laze around the house.
Yeah.
But for machine-made rugs and the two ranges that we're going to look at today, I really will say that besides getting soiled, normal soilage in a house, the rug will last for a very, very long time. It will outlast, want to upgrade the look. You won't want to change the rug because something's wrong with the rug.
Right. Cool. Okay, now, if you've just joined us, we are at the largest supplier of rugs in Australia, and we're looking at two collections. We've just looked at the Evolve collection, and we're going to move to look at the Sisal collection, which is one of our, I would say probably our most popular collection. So let's walk over there.
Okay, so
Sisal.
natural fiber.
Yes.
Hemp, sisal, jute, natural fiber. Beautiful in feel. A lot of people say it's rough, but it's natural.
Yeah.
So it's almost therapeutic when you walk on it. And because of its roughness, we'll get straight to the backing of all our rugs. We make sure that we put a rubber latex backing on all of our rugs for two reasons. Number one, the stability of the rug on any surface. It doesn't matter if it's on a concrete floor, a tiled floor, a wooden floor. It'll stay in its place because sisal without it is very thin, almost like a keel and durry. But also it protects the floor from getting any scratches. And then, not that the rug is going to scratch the floor, but when the rug is on the floor and you're moving furniture or you're walking across it, and that takes place, we don't want any kind of damages done to your floor. So we put a non-slip underlay onto all of our rugs, which is done at the factory in India, and that prevents the rug from moving, but it also protects the rug, the floor.
Lovely. And what are the 3 different weaves?
Okay, so Sisal rugs, the most popular and the original, the classic, is the herringbone pattern. So what we've done is the sand, this is natural, this has not been dyed, this is the natural sand herringbone pattern, and here you can see we've added colors: brown, marble, that's the grey, and that's the charcoal. And you can see the herringbone pattern is almost that zigzag V shape. You can see it in there. I think you've picked that up. So modern colors are probably the most modern, the most popular Sisal. And we've taken it into a range for the clay weave, which is a very tight weave, almost linear, almost with a high-low effect. You can see, and you can see the natural fibers. They're always going to be coming out. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a natural fiber rug, so that's one of the attributes of these rugs. And then once again, the modern colors: the charcoal, the brown, the sand, which goes to the original, and one of the most popular colors today, besides the grey, is the marble. These 2 colors are probably our most modern, popular colors today.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, is the tiger weave, we call it, which is a more open, almost wide loop pile. And then once again, that's the marble. I'd say that's one of the most popular. And then you go into your grey, you go into your charcoal, that's the marble again. You can see how light reflects on it, so it looks a little bit different. That's your original color sand, and the brown. All with the non-slip underlay underneath it. The non-slip, the rubber backing directly onto the actual rug itself.
Lovely.
So the look of this is a lot of people, great for beach houses, great when you don't want to make the rug a statement by a design or a color, and you want to tone down. This goes, I've almost seen this in every type, with modern furniture, classical furniture, playrooms, lounges, very, very big rugs. We have sometimes, we can custom make them for big hotel areas. This is a very good, hard wearing rug.
Anywhere you won't put it?
Not really. I mean, if you think won't put it, I would say that it would feel, I wouldn't not put it, but it would feel different in a bedroom.
Yeah.
Because when you get out of bed, that kind of, I would love it actually, but sometimes you might think that it's a little bit harsh for your feet. But there's nowhere that I wouldn't put it. We've done hotels with this. We've done people who do hotels. People come out from the pool area into the lounge, and this rug can handle almost anything. It's natural. It's before it was born, it was outside in forests with rain and all kinds of weather. So this can take a hell of a lot.
Lovely. Okay, great. Well, I think we are going to wrap it up in a minute. I am going to just repeat everything that we've seen on this live today is available on our website. If you go to beyondbright.com.au, the very last tab, you see the Facebook Live tab. On there, there'll be the date. So you go to today's live, and it'll have the code Sisal, which will give you 11% off all of the Evolve and the Sisal rugs that you've seen today. It lasts for a week. If you have any questions, just let us know.